Boy, you were wrong. Boy, do I feel that. It's that abusive kind of love. Only a little bit. I feel like I've gone insane. Chat picked cosplay. It's like that abusive love that goes both ways. I talk trash to chat, and then I always make it so like you guys can get very even with these rewards. They're long-term, they're painful, they're vicious. Ah, it's you! The one who treated me with such kindness. Hashtag only able to get gold with a credit card, don't do that. Hashtag don't do that. A double-edged sword. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I heard for the others you're not around here. That you were one of us. That makes it much different now. Purebloods, migrants, savages. Oh, after a while the words start losing meaning. Until you're left is anger, fear, and hate. And I'm too tired. If you and yours have come to offer aid, I'll gladly accept. Oh. Oh. So we're cleaning up the body, but not the banner, huh? Yeah, alright. That's a choice. We have much to discuss. Our rescue, the attack on Camp Broken Glass, what we'd hoped to talk about with Quintus. But all that can wait. More urgent matters demand our attention. Are there any of the refugees willing to come to our camp? Thank the 12. Thank the 12. You and I should go first and secure the route back to Camp Broken Glass. With all the creatures and tempered sulking around, I expect we'll have our hands full. This should come in handy. Conqueror's Chain, courtesy of our Laminsian friends. I'd save it for the tempered, though. This dude's so tall. I'll mark a few points that need surveying on your map. Once you've taken care of the riffraff, we'll meet back at camp. Oh my god, chat. You know, there was a point earlier in the stream that I was like, oh, you guys are never going to beat me at this. You win. I think we can all agree that we don't need to go further than this. We don't need to go past this. Yeah. Okay, let's go find a child. For the blue-haired lady. Long Pineapple's back. Thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. TY. Is there like a way through this? No way. Yo, look at that. Hi, sweet summer child. I need you back. Who are you? Oh. Thank you for that support. Thank you, Long Pineapple's back. We're getting closer and closer to the chat to cosplay. Hooray! Mother sent you? Okay. And the child right away. Sweet. I see Luke just type in LOL. Dude! Are we really doing this again? Okay. We for sure are doing this again. Bro. Satellite bro. How dare you? How dare you, satellite bro? Satellite bro, no! Well, I'm glad you guys like Final Fantasy XIV. We're gonna be doing a lot of it. And Pokemon. And drawing. Okay, with that thing dead, I shouldn't be grabbing any random pats now. So problem should be solved. These are the worst new quests in the world, period. It has changed? Really? Yo. Oh, that's cool. What a sneaky little monster. He almost baited me there. Perhaps I lost her. Yeah, you did. Please aggro. Yes. That's a you problem now. So chat did reach it. What kind of cosplay y'all thinking? The thing I kept hearing, Gassy, have you ever seen the Lady Demascrew? From Resident Evil Village? They were throwing out that with Thomas the Tank Engine as a head.
Yeah, I remember her. Think you can pull it off?
Oh my god, dude. No. No, I don't. No, I don't think I can pull it off. I think that sounds all... You don't need to support like that, bro. You can just stop right there.
You do look smexy, though.
Dude! That is a lot of support! That is so much!
Dang, so close.
Why? You ever get stressed because you do something stupid, like make a goal for a challenge stream thing? You guys ever hit that point? You guys ever get that? You guys ever get that? You guys ever get that feeling? Got the choo-choo noise down. Thank you for that ungodly large amount of support. What do the French fries mean? That's potatoes in the stream. You know, on the bright side, the next one's not great. Well, you're going to be busy. Yeah, with Final Fantasy XIV getting re-ran and the Pokemon Shiny Lock. This is our schedule for like the next 69 months. Care, that's cursed. You guys ever wonder, like, what I get in my DMs? It's this shit. It's this shit. This is the shit I get in my DMs. This is my present in the DMs from Care. Nightmare Fuel. That's Dommy Mommy Thomas Tank Engine. Or as I like to call it, soon to be Remy.
The teeth are great.
Okay, Gassy, I love and appreciate you so much. Your donations have been ludicrous, my dude. You do not have to keep going so ham. Alright, I don't expect people to ever donate, but you've already, like, nuked me. Alright? You don't have to do that. Fear, I have been nothing but fear, dude. Like... You know, I have a suggestion for the chat-based emote. It's just chat. It's just like literally the word box chat, like stomping Remy. Like, because that's what this stream has been. Kiki, not mine, but somebody's. We're sweating bullets now? Literally, you cannot do worse to me than what you've already done. Alright? That's not true. What? That's a challenge? No! That is not a challenge! See a Morgan Day. Yeah, I'm gonna make her do... If she gets it, chat, that is going to be a full stream. That's gonna be a full Remy stream. When Morgan takes over the stream, will you be in cosplay? No, those will be two different streams. I'd imagine. Yeah. Chat, be sure to clip Remy's suffering. I live for it. I mean, the shave bit would stink because of winter. Yeah, Morgan said I could have either the head or the face. I can't do both. Because my original thing was like, oh, we'll shave them both. And she was like, no, I'm not sleeping with a baby. I was like, that's a fair point. Georgia, are you okay? Hey, Georgia. Hey, baby. Wake up. No nightmares. No nightmares, baby. No nightmares. Yeah. So she said you guys get one. Because that used to be more interesting. But I live in Colorado. So either one of those sucks. But I was originally planning on doing both, but she was like, no, you can do one, and I'll let you do it. And I was like, okay. But chat gets to pick, and she's like, fine, chat can pick. So I either get to be a face baby or a head baby. One of the two. Both sound awful because it's winter. Not gonna lie. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna click through this because this is a random side quest. This poor child, though. His, like, hopes and dreams are dead. Okay, I need to stop this kid from, like, hurting himself. Oh, thank you. At Citizens... I think we can all say that that was a Gassy goal, right? Like, Gassy's the one that hit that. Let me double check. I want to make sure. But that seemed like a mostly Gassy goal. Yeah. Yeah. Just literally annihilated me. No, literally destroyed me. The chat chosen cosplay stream is now a thing. Fuck. Hey Madge, how you doing, friend? So same section as everything else. I'm gonna open it up to cosplay suggestions. But I'm pretty sure you guys already know what you want. I imagine that's gonna be full of Dommy Mommy Thomas the Tank Engine. Hey Madge, welcome to the Remy Gets Traumatized this stream. You missed Remy's tears? There's been a lot of them. Everything's crossed out. Almost. Thank God. Oh. Didn't think you guys were gonna hit the arc stream. I didn't think you guys were gonna hit the arc stream. I can't even like focus on playing. Tell me somebody clipped it. I have many clips. Yeah, this is gonna get montaged for sure. I'm also recording this entire playthrough for posterity's sake for this because something that I got asked about is, hey Remy, where's your 14 stuff? And I'm like, oh yeah, I don't ever record that. It's part of the reason that it's like, oh, maybe it's not a bad idea to do a 14 replay through. Until I realized what a 14 playthrough contains, and then I went, oh, they'll never hit it, and then they hit it. You need help? I'm offering it, small child. Please stop. I don't care what you say, this kid sucks. He's going back to the station. Okay, perfect. That's all we really needed. But yeah, all this will be made into like some sort of Remy Suffers montage. I think we'll probably just end up with like Final Fantasy Fridays. And then like Pokemon Wednesdays, but we have to knock out Halo, and then we'll probably just start doing Shining Diamond runs to start. But when game schedule picks back up, we'll switch to that. I don't know. I don't have a game schedule anymore, chat. I have Remy got challenged and has 9 to 12 months of content to make. Challenge. Like your Pokemon runs, I can chill and work to your stream. Yeah, that one's gonna be me getting really bitter very quickly. Full disclosure, we're starting that run for Diamond at 105 soft resets. Because I've already done 105 for the Chimchar. because I was like, I kind of want to start with the Shiny Chimchar for this. It was a mistake. And that was when I got the Shiny only run idea, which was a mistake. Clearly, because you guys hit it. Every time I set a goal and you guys destroy them, I just don't even... I can't... I'm still absorbing the fact that I'm going to be streaming in a dress someday. You know, I've tried very hard to never have to do that. It's gonna probably be a thing. Again, vote on what you want, but, you know. One thing I'm excited for is Morgan's gonna come home and she's gonna be like, hey, Remy, how's the thing going? And I'm gonna be like, look at all the things I said they weren't gonna hit that they destroyed. And then the next question's gonna be like, I don't have to do that stream yet, do I? And I go, nope, they didn't hit that one. Oh, God. Guys annihilated it. Can't even... I remember when this stream started, I was like, you guys aren't gonna hit these. And then you hit them. And now I don't even know what to do with myself anymore. Because I'm just sitting here in a state of shock. Because I didn't think you get them. Thanks for the overwhelming support, though, chat. Yeah, it's appreciated. Genuinely is. I'm so afraid of that Pokemon. I'm so afraid of that 14 run. Pay your bills, be in agony. You know how it goes. That is the streamer life. So once we finish 14, we're gonna start 14. How weird is that sentence? Once we finish Halo, we're gonna start Pokemon Run. Things are more similar than you think. Jesus Christ, chat. You have the strength, you have the power. I'm like actually sweating. I feel like a moist boy. That's a sentence I didn't think I'd be saying out loud today. 174 to the northwest. Through this building. Through this building. Through this building. Still northwest. Okay. 51 Walms to the west. 21 Walms to the south. Huh? Huh? Is it in here? It isn't. Oh my god. Check, you're so on the ball. 247 to northeast. Can I even go that far? unlock this area. I'm guessing it's like the one area I haven't been in. God, chat, you guys are making me emotional. Tell me too. Look at that point. Y'all are kings and queens. That's all I'm saying. It's northeast still? Really? 8 yalms east. We love you. I appreciate it. You guys are the best. I refuse to cry, but trust me, I will later. You guys' support is ridiculous. I appreciate you. I appreciate you all so much. All I know is there is one sentence that's coming out of this that's really funny to me. For the cosplay thing, if we end up going with the Dommy Mommy route thing, right? Morgan's gonna have to help me find a bra. I'm not doing that myself. I'm not doing that by myself. She's helping. And if that isn't a curse sentence, then I don't know what is. 686 to the west. Alright. Let's gotta go down this road. There's only 2 areas left on the map. Right? Oh, God. Whew. Jeez Louise, chat. Thank you for that support. Alright, I have to go all the way to the south. It's probably a good thing. This is gonna mark the last part of Garlemald that we need. $616 yalms. I'm gonna just teleport. It seems like it's worth it. We're in the same zone. It's like the other side of the map. Yeah. Whew. Alright, where is northwest? I think it's like over here, probably. Okay. Straight west. Okay, with that, we should be maxed out on Aether Currents for Garlemald. Yep. Only thing we got left is the normal ones. Which is good. Because my body's numb now. Oh, my lord, chat. Alright, down here a little bit. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. We're almost there. Fog, dude. Okay. Oh, we wanted to use the chains. Duh. I think I had to use them earlier. F, dude. Oh no, I use him now. That he's like super weak. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. My food ran out. Didn't even realize it. How about my chocobo? Did my chocobo also run out? I didn't realize it? It did. Okay. The whale. Oh, chat. I really need to redo like her trailer. Oh my god, chat. I cannot believe you guys. Yo, what up, Glitched? How you doing, bud? No threats on the path. Yo. That's good stuff. Okay. Strange bedfellows. 2 more of those left, and then we'll be moving on. Alright. Which, no. Thanks for that support book. We're closer to bald Remy than I want to be again, chat. And or beardless Remy. God, I haven't been beardless. I don't want to be beardless. God. Style, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Oh! Chains. Duh. I keep forgetting. I'm not killing people anymore. What a weird change of pace. And that's the day that everything changed. The day that I stopped murdering every single person I run across. In the video games. What a weird, wacky transpiration. Is this guy? Oh no, that's for sure not. That's a red mage. Okay, I can teleport back down here. For 70 gil, I'm not going to complain about that. That's nothing. That's nothing for us, chat. 70 gil ain't anything. Not at this point. Glitch with the other support. Thank you, dude. Much appreciated. 2i. It's another one. It's a firework. Oh, God. Thanks for the support, bud. Oh, much appreciated. 2i. I'm, You know, if there's anything I've learned from today, chat, it's I'm never underestimating you ever again. Lessons have for sure been learned. Lessons have for sure been learned. Ah, there you are. As expected, I ran into a few beasts who went down without much of a fight. The temper proved somewhat troublesome, but those chains should keep them under control until our allies take them into custody. With that taken care of, I'm to gather a few supplies and then return to the station. While I see to that, would you mind apprising Lucia of our progress? As it happens, I have some rather pertinent information from our recent scouting forays, but I'll save that for later. First things first, and all that. Ah, Monica, I was informed of Quintus's suicide. Must have come as a great shock to his men. We're the refugees. I'm told some of them were receptive to our proposal, but I would hear from you a first-hand account. That so many did not hesitate to proves how desperate the situation has become. We'll do our best to make them feel welcome. The troops who participate in the ambush are no exception. They will be afforded the same treatment as any other refugee. Perfidy notwithstanding. What does that word mean? Perfidy.
Perfidy. Perfidy.
Perfidy. Deceitfulness or untrustworthiness. I love dictionaries, chat. I learned lots of words. Perfidy notwithstanding. After all, even if I wanted to make an example of them, there's no one left to learn from it. We will tell our allies that these soldiers were acting under direct orders from the Legatus, and that following his suicide, they offered a full and unconditional surrender. Perhaps Quintus thought that he'd lived, he'd be tried as a war criminal as men punished with him. Perhaps by taking his own life, he'd hoped to absolve them of any culpability. Or perhaps, like many others, he was a true believer to the end. Who could say? I didn't know the man, or his heart. His reasons, noble or otherwise, died with him. And it falls to us to clean up the mess. That's a lot of things. I assume you're curious about the matters that progressed here in your absence. Well, quite as it happens. Now that we've procured ceruleum from the tapper's den, the recently repaired heaters can be provided with much needed warmth. Furthermore, we prepared sufficient food for everyone. Those from Tertium should find a hot meal waiting upon their arrival. There's one for you, so go ahead and get some well-earned rest. I believe we're capable of wielding a ladle or two without your assistance. On your way, might I ask you to seek out Ishtola? She was but recently attending to the wounded, but she's meant to be taking a rest herself. See that she is. Okay, first things first, we got a headpiece. Can I make sure not to wear this piece of junk? Cannot apply glamour paints. Okay, well, it's fine enough. We still got ponytail. As long as we're able to rock Monica, we're able to rock Monica shit. That's all that ever matters, right? Pick up one of the Aetheryte quests. Again, these don't really matter. Except for getting Aetheryte. There should be one there. There's still another 3 zones. We've been going for 15 hours. And there's still another 3. We're not even halfway to cap either. And we're ahead level-wise. Because I believe this quest was... Where is it? 83. We're ahead level-wise. Oh my god, there's so much content in this expansion. It's insane. When they said they were gonna like end this in style, they meant it. Like, I don't think there's gonna be like any loose ends by the end of this. Okay, she's gotta stay by me for the rest of the objectives. We're going down here. Still have my chocobo. Still have all that. Okay. Good. There's an optional conversation there. We're going to skip that.
Okay. I need to make that an even number.
You know, chat, I could skip every single side quest because it won't matter. Because we have to do a Game Plus run. He just realizes, smile. You guys destroyed me today. 28,000 gold. What the actual... Is that a... Okay, that was really cool. Heal me on, safe and sound. I couldn't have done it without you, friend. Okay. Oh, we're literally just delivering goods to the cerulean guys. Okay. Okay. And then Stolla's back over here. Oh my goodness. Is my prediction correct? You should still be around here. Okay. Welcome back, Trev. He is here? Oh, he's still helping wounded. Here's this guy. We're gonna get him connected with the other one. Cool. There's another coffer as well. Praise it. Nice. We for sure do not have a bracelet for this rank. Item level's up to 521. Progression. Feels good. Yes, I've been taking proper breaks and imbibing sufficient water. What of the Warrior of Light? You and Twins have established history of reckless disregard for your own well-being. We're all fortunate that none of you landed yourselves in my care. I've already quite enough to deal with between the tempered and the first wounded. Alas, though I could mend their bodies until their experiences have taken on their hearts and minds is another matter altogether. For their sakes, we mustn't waver. But nor must we rush ahead in eagerness to see the day won. In doing so, invite disaster. Upon settling down for supper, separate cutscenes will play in sequence. Here we go! It's movie time! If you're afraid of spoilers, go look!
For Care's sanity.
Sanity? That's lit AF, dude. What did that do? Hold on. Did that uneven it? No, that's even. It's still even. No, that's uneven. God damn it, Cassie. This is so weird. I love this game series so much.
Is that all of them?
I can hit spacebar and it'll do it all for me now. I don't have to voice act.
The last of those who agreed to join us, yes.
We left heaters and provisions for those who wish to stay behind. They won't last forever, but hopefully they'll last long enough.
For now, I think everyone's earned a rest. We'll see to those in need of medical attention, so take the others with you and get yourselves some hot soup.
Chat, they're gonna just keep showing us slice of life movements, and I'm not okay with it. I can't even say moments right. There's no winning here. He gives me Gaius vibes. Like, he could have been another Gaius.
Warmth. At last.
Marvelous, isn't it? All thanks to the resourceful machinists of Ishgard, I might add. On their behalf, I bid you warm yourself to your heart's content.
Hold on. Your people might have scribbled a few things on a piece of parchment, but it was our Leminson Smiths that put the bloody things together.
Well, be that as it may, we single-handedly got the interior heating up and running again, didn't we?
The hells you did! We were there every step of the way!
We? You barely raised a finger to help, you ale-sodden reprobate.
Ale-sodden reprobate?
I did a damn sight more than you lily-livered bilge rat.
Take that back!
Make me.
I will not stoop to your level.
Here. At ease, man. There's nothing funny in it. I'm from Alamigo, but was a conscript until recently. Used to eat this with the officers.
Apparently, it's adapted from a steppe recipe. This is my first time trying it, and I have to say, it's not half bad.
I feel like they just roasted that.
It's a bit too flavorful for my liking.
Perhaps compared to what you're used to.
This is such a weird scene, but I love it. Just all about highlighting all the people of Heidelin. I'm like, I dig it.
It's the little things that make life worth living, don't you think?
Oh. Oh, God damn it. I don't need extra feels on this shit. They're killing me. I hate her helmet so much.
I know this is not a dream, and yet... I felt the same way at the Dragon Song War's end. Every morning I would step outside and need to be reminded that it wasn't my imagination. That my world had been forever changed.
Oh, shit.
And just as I had grown accustomed to the idea, again you change my world in ways I never thought possible.
So Mormor just walked in, chat. I gotta show her the
Were
thing.
it not for you and your fellow scions, the rift between man and dragon and myriad tribes might never have been bridged. The Grand Company of Eorzea. The Ilsabard contingent. We owe it all to you. We've shed many tears in recent days, of pain and sorrow, triumph and joy. I much prefer the latter. I'm honored to fight by your side. As an Eorzean and Garlean both, I shall do all in my power to bring my peoples together.
It is a remarkable achievement. Everything that I and the Populares had hoped for, and more.
Would that it had come sooner.
Indeed. Too many are not here to see it. And yet, there is a warmth in my breast, as if they still share in this moment.
Yes, I know what you mean. On a night like tonight, the wind and cold seem to pass me by.
No, 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 they don't know how talismans, chat! All the people we just fucking rescued don't have talismans, dude! Game?!
What? Emperor Varus?
Oh my fucking god, no, 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 no. No, 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 no.
They are being tempered. The talismans. Quickly!
Save me, brave hero! My lord has requested your presence, and I would hate to disappoint him.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
The experiment was a success, but I fear our time is short. I shall begin the preparations.
Now, it is time for you to awaken. Good morrow to you. Here, have a taste before it gets cold. Oh, but be sure to remove your helmet. Take a moment, too, to familiarize yourself with that borrowed flesh.
Borrowed flesh?
So, how does it feel? I, for one, find those first moments within a new body to be most refreshing. We had a Magitech engineer by the name of Aulus to thank for this method of soul extraction and implantation. I believe the two of you met briefly in Alamigo. His was a rather sticky end, wasn't it? Thankfully, he was thoughtful enough to leave behind his mind-jack technology. I took the liberty of making some improvements and selecting you as my esteemed test subject.
Yeah, give me back my body.
And permit you to go on a righteous rampage instead of partaking in this delicious meal? I think not. I must say, I have gone to great lengths to reunite you with my lord. When I discovered that his friend was in this neck of the woods, I suggested inviting you over for dinner. He never deigned to respond, but I took his silence as a resounding yes. Oh my! Daddy is pleased his grumpy little boy has finally found his playmate. Ah, exposition is in order. The Garlean Empire has long outlawed all forms of religion. No gods to worship, no risk of summoning. Brilliantly simple. But people being people must turn to something or someone in their hour of need. Who then?
Oh my god, they made him a fucking primal.
His Radiance the Emperor, of course. As you have observed firsthand, Garlemald has seen better days. The legendary Solus Zosgalvus, dead. provinces near and far in open rebellion. Our bold new emperor assassinated. And that last one even sparked a civil war. What rotten luck. The people cried out for salvation. Their earnest pleas, one might even call them prayers, a supplication united for the Empire to reclaim her former glory. And so their will did manifest, channeled through the corpse of none other than Emperor Varus himself. And lo, the Savior was born, the embodiment of the Garlean spirit, their anima. It calls to its subjects, compelling them to take up arms and fight. And just as the wealth and power gravitate towards the Empire's capital, so too does ether from every corner of the...
Oh my god, the towers!
The towers with which you and your allies have been so preoccupied were created as an extension of Anima itself. An ingenious design. Would you not agree, my lord?
Does the pursuit of prey you have bested before excite you? Of course not. Absent the challenge, the thrill, your prize is a hollow victory. Butchery. Perhaps you think that to be the extent of my promise. I have no doubt fallen in your estimation since Alamigo. Fair enough. But do not let your disdain deprive us, of an opportunity to craft an even more majestic moment of euphoria. I have been honing my craft as I set the stage for our reunion. Wheresoever there is suffering and despair, you appear to fulfill your duty as defender of this star. The chaos and destruction that my hordes have wrought are my
this bastard chat
to you alone. At a loss for words? No matter. As you will learn, I have only just begun.
Oh, will you not finish your meal?
There is only one thing that can sate my hunger. And it would seem my friend has lost her appetite. I hoped this display of civility might prove an entertaining diversion, but clearly we are above such pretensions. While my lifeless body was in the possession of the Ascian, I too claimed another's as my own. It was an enlightening experience to fight in an unfamiliar form. Flaws and failings in my technique were plain to see. Whence rises one's true strength? The flesh? The soul? Perhaps you should like to discover the answer for yourself.
You son of a bitch.
Oh dear! Whatever would happen if my lord were to greet your friends as you?
You son of a bitch!
To imagine what carnage he would wreak. We'd better hurry if we want to avert the bloodbath. You can thank me later for my generosity. There it is. Your camp, I believe.
Is this the end? Not even a little bit. We're like maybe a third of the way through the story, Greg.
If I were to hazard a guess, I would say that you, the other you, is making her way there as we speak.
And it's already got one of the best twists in 14. Fuck, man.
Alas, this you will have to walk from here. Or run, if you can manage it.
Give me 1 second.
My lord would be cross if I made it too easy.
You guys have destroyed it.
Such ingratitude. I'd not squander this fighting chance. After all, you've obstacles enough to overcome.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Holy shit, indeed. Alright, I'm gonna pop it back over for those of you that are really interested in the story, though. They're all tempered.
Tempered soldiers, withstanding orders to kill those not sworn to anima. Under normal circumstances, you would make short work of them. But on this occasion, the odds are not so heavily stacked in your favor.
Bro! Within the time limit? Alright.
Not bad at all, given your diminished capacity. Nevertheless, 'twould perhaps be prudent to keep to the shadows, scurrying about like a rodent.
Okay. still be functional. Okay, so I need to find Magitech, fuel, and identification. Dono-athon is becoming successful? Dono-athon successful if, like, somebody donates, period. You guys have destroyed my expectations. Absolutely shattered them. You all are incredible. The amount of support you guys have done has just been insane. You broke your own record? I'm not sure. I'll have to see at the end where you guys end up. But I'm pretty sure you guys are pretty close to if you haven't. I know you guys did for my potato record for sure. Minus charity streams, because charity streams are a different thing. I don't think we'll ever beat the charity stream for potatoes. Okay, that's a haunt. And let's be real, chat. Any records that get broken that we had before, for us, is you guys, not me. Let's be very, very real about that. Okay, if I can sneak this all the way there, then we'll be really close. Okay, cool. Are you doing a 24-hour broadcast? No. We're doing about 18 hours was the plan. Because I'm back at 8:30 a.m. my time tomorrow, or 11... No. 10:30 a.m. EST tomorrow. For another full morning of 14. And then Sunday is another full day of 14. We're doing full weeks until this game's beaten. Until we've beaten main story for Endwalker. Full days are back, and then we're gonna slowly begin planning how to chip away things after we get other things done. Identification, which may be in the possession of the pilot. Search the area for the pilot. The person calling you. Someone help. Yo. Board the Magitech Reaper and clear the path. Hell yeah, baby. Yeah, I'm not allowed to do 24 hours anymore, chat. Unfortunately, I do miss them. Just Jake, how you doing, bud? Welcome, welcome. Okay, he's down. Please help us. Heck yeah. I got you. Put one down. Oh my god! What? Unable to escape the blast, you begin to lose consciousness. Ah!
It is a miracle we were able to restrain the Tempered without suffering casualties.
A welcome one. Arun, Senna, and the others have their hands full as it is. Thankfully, there are enough scales for everyone.
And what of Euless?
His symptoms were particularly severe.
They were, but others fared still worse, including some brought back from the Magna Glacius. As those in most desperate need take priority, it may be a while before he receives treatment. But rest assured that he will. In the meantime, we must find our missing friend. May the Fury guide you.
Of all the bloody times for a disappearing act.
Right when the first wave struck, we'd be fools to think it a coincidence. But where even to begin the search? No one saw her leave in the chaos, and we've no trail to follow.
While I know full well she can handle herself, I worry all the same.
Ah, speak of the devil.
Well, time to call off the search.
Case closed.
That's her, over there.
Aye, 'twould appear so. Thou art struggling to perceive her presence?
I am. Perhaps, in the aftermath of the wave, there is
No,
some
no, no,
residual
no.
effect
Stall up, you
interfering
big
with
brain.
my faculties. But
Where have you been? We've been worried sick.
Now, all's well that ends well. Are you all right?
Are you all right?
Who are you?
Enough, Xenos.
Sadly, that is all we have time for today. The effect has run its course, and back to your own bodies you must go. But where are my manners? You have all traveled so very far, and I have yet to pay my respects. Though in my defense, I was ill-prepared to receive so many uninvited guests. As such, preliminary entertainments were in order. A handful of tempered soldiers to hamper your progress. Refugees to command your attention while I siphon the ceruleum from the shadows. Particularly effective. Charitable souls that you are. You bent over backwards to aid them, heedless of the delay, predictable to a fault. And so my plan approaches completion unhindered. Anima will soon have absorbed the requisite amount of ether, and then shall come the spectacle to end all spectacles. The eldest and most powerful of primals will awaken, and all shall bear witness to the final days.
The gods themselves will be my meal. Your dear companions my dessert. Upon this world I'll feast, and death shall follow in my wake. All your hate, all your rage, you will render unto me.
Dude, what the fuck?
For upon thy life's reel wind too many threads of fate, power, weal enmeshed with woe. More terrible still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm of thine existence. Take heart and protect them well. They will be your strength and your salvation.
Thank goodness. She's awake.
Everyone alright? Yeah, that's the real question. I think everyone's fine, but like...
Perfectly fine, yes. I hope the same can be said of you.
Everything in working order? That's a relief. Oh, and before I forget, thanks for coming to our rescue.
Given recent events, I would be surprised if you weren't feeling a bit poorly. A hearty meal and a long rest would be my recommendation under normal circumstances, but these are anything but. If Van Daniel's boasts are to be believed, we must act quickly. Once you've blown away the cobwebs, we can discuss preparations for our assault on the Tower of Babel.
Yeah, we're going right into that. You're certain you're well? Nothing out of place? No missing bits? Good. Though I won't promise the same for Fan Daniel and Xenos after I'm through with them. How much must these people suffer before they're satisfied? How many cruel, pointless tricks must they play? Prelude to the final days to know this ends now. Are you well enough to make your report? Yeah. Jesus fucking Christ, chat. This animal was summoned by the corpse of the Emperor Varus. Does depravity know no bounds? It would seem not. More to the point, we could surmise the wave of aether issued not for the Tower of Babel, but for the primal lurking within it. A primal whose cry rang rather more loudly in your ears than ours. If you were taken to the tower itself, then this proves beyond a shadow of doubt that it is a beating heart of the Teleferi's machinations. In which case we have some highly irrelevant information. As many of you know, ever since we dispatched troops to free the Levios, we're developing a plan to infiltrate the tower. According to Thancred and his scouts, the main structure is lousy, with tempered enemy magitech. Furthermore, the road leading to it has collapsed, making it difficult to approach in numbers. Thus we do propose dividing our forces into two parties, one to distract and one to infiltrate. The diversion force will be comprised of the Ishgardians, Gridanian, and Lominsian delegates. They will begin the construction of bridges to make the Telephorai believe they are marching upon the tower. Meanwhile, the best suited of our Alamig and Uldan and Eastern comrades will use different methods of ingress. Look here. The facility marked now in red is the Enceladium, a vast magic manufacturer in the ruins now, of course. But the freight tunnel connected to the erstwhile Imperial Palace remains intact. But Telephorei's attention is elsewhere. Our infiltration force can use it to enter the tower undetected. Be aware, however, that the underground rail network remains very much operational. The Templar are using it to bring supplies to the tower even now. If they can carry this material, it can carry us too, provided we sneak aboard unseen. The Scions will lead the infiltration party. Once inside, you must locate and dispatch Fandaniel and Xenos. You'll save the people of Garlemald and others except for the world over. Oh, there's an will have my vengeance yet option. That was the correct one. Fudge. Hey, Jonas and many others have lost much of the Temporio. We shall ensure they lose no more. How quickly shall we enact this plan? Fandaniel made it quite clear that haste is a priority. Of paramount concern, even. Assume he didn't name the Tower of Babylon on a whim. In Amon's time, it meant Gateway of the Gods. Xander used it to refer to the Void Gate, but in this case, it's almost certainly alludes to something altogether greater. The eldest and most powerful of Primus. All the more reason to act now. The rest of the contingent is aware of the plan and are ready to move at a moment's notice. We are to proceed north to the Forum Patents. Lisa's group will meet you there. As ever, we are grateful for your foresight. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Spend no effort in your preparations. Ba 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 ba. Monica, the way into the tunnel is clear. We made sure of it. We should make sure to bring a coat instead. Oh, I'll warm up and I throw a punch or two. Barely enough cloth to swaddle a newborn. Clearly you haven't spent too long around the fatal dog of a Dorthari. Watch your tongue, fool, lest I feed it to the crows. We will see who's the fool when you freeze to death. Expect me not to warm your ill-prepared eye. These furrows are for myself, and my Naam alone. Should I be blessed to meet her this day. As if any woman of worth should be warned by you, little son. Oh, I'm so glad I came back. Should we find a warrior within, she will bask in my glorious fame. Stop, both of you. Save your fire for the enemy. It's for extra furs. I have plenty to spare. S2E. Hello everyone, all set for battle, I see. Yes, free of unnecessary encumbrances. If rather more susceptible to the cold. Let's review our strategy quickly, if you don't mind. Pippin's group has gone ahead to the Enceladium. We're going to meet them there. We will wait until the Templar's attention is drawn by a divisionary force and sneak under the train. Next step, the Tower of Babel. If any Templar included are injured, we as Aelia will tend to them. You Scions must press on no matter what. We should avoid moving as a group until we're underground. So we'll need to make our way to the Enceladium. See you there. Hi. Hey, it's good to see you, Monica. We had the collapse, but we were given the most cursory explanation. Glad you've recovered and quickly enough to take part in the operation at all. As you have heard, we've secured the way. Some few will remain behind to keep your escape route clear. Our comrade from Red Steers will lead the way to the station. I'll join you soon. This is everyone. Consider the enemy wet and truly distracted. Time to go. Our primary objectives, of course, are to Telephorize leaders. But should we be presented with an opportunity to vanquish Anima, we must seize it. If it is indeed the force behind the tower, destroying it will deliver our allies for the Telephorize reign of terror. And I, for one, would not see the Guardian people manipulated any longer, be it by Primal, Ascian, or anything else. Here. There's been enough of that. We came to help the people of Garlemald, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Together. Till the very end. The train should be moving along any moment now. Prepare to board, everyone. Chat, I don't like these vibes. These are like end of the game vibes, and we are not at the end of the game. Like, and I know that they're feeling like they're setting it up. People are not walking out of this. And again, Alice and Graha have had flags on them. Again, and again, and again, and again, and again. It's not fair. Kind of want to duty finder it, to be honest. How fast is the queue? $14 minutes? Really? Is it actually 14 minutes? Or is it faux 14 minutes? Because I'm guessing only one person's queued for it. It's a good time to be a tank. So I'm not sure. I'm not waiting for 2 minutes. Alright.
Right then.
That'll be better. Yeah.
Now or never.
Bro, we're doing the Final Fantasy XIV thing. We better clear the train of threats before we arrive, or things could get nasty. Look, captives, help me free them. You may leave them in our care.
cannot stop us!
Nice. Okay, moving on, chat. Most reprieve. From here onwards, we will split into 3 groups to divide their attention. Alright, first real boss. Face only your mother could love. My beautiful little boy will keep this tower free of vermin. Okay, so he does a big wind-up punch to show where he's aiming. I'm assuming that's bad. Thunderstorm? Ow! Got it. Yay. I'm gonna wind up exactly where they are. Ah, okay. Oh, that's so cool. That iron room should now be disabled. With that, I believe we can use the lift. What could they possibly have need of such an enormous lift for? Elevator boss. Answer that. Okay, cool. Alright.
I will not hold back.
Want to stay in the bad stuff. Nice. Awesome. So past diverge. Let's see who gets there first. Drop. Touch. There's a treasure coffer! Bro! I would like one piece, please. Thank you. Just a singular piece, por favor. Oh my god. Okay. This is not how this works. So one of these is mini-me, and the other one is not mini-me. Hold on, chat.
You underestimate me!
Morgan was like, is it safe for me to watch? And I'm like, not if you're actually watching, because we are in spoiler galore territory for this chat. This fight is super fun. Frog, 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 froggy, 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 froggy. Bro, I just want to heal, dude! Go, I shall deal with these welts. Is there another box? Damn it! I never turned the camera back on. I'm a bad streamer. Wink. Another coffer. Yeah, have you. You're gonna what? Okay. One more. You should probably start installing 14. Not since expansion launch. I forgot to do it last night. Sorry. So as long as you launch it and log in, it should just go like, "You're installing," and then like hit that big install message. Okay. Scholar looks like so much fun, chat. The more I watch Alpha on heal, the more I want to kind of like do it. We might do the starting quest for both Reaper and that, so I can unlock them. Once we get into like the next story of LoL. Maybe give me not your thing of slaying that game. How about that? Huh? Icon of Icons, Anima. looking far enough. Got it. Bro, what? Horrific roar tears the fabric of reality. What? Did I just die? No. Oh Lord. Okay. Okay, I get the fight. What a cool fight!
I have
you! So neat. So good. Guaranteed it's gonna be a cutscene after the chat. For a second there, I thought that was a belt. I was gonna be like, come on.
Farewell, Varus. May the gods have mercy on your soul. Come. The other two await.
This madness ends here.
Oh, hush. This is the best part.
Summary chat?
Oh, mighty Zodiac! Awaken from your slumber and descend!
Some manner of magical defense?
Cryle? But how?
The shackles that bind my adversary will not be so easily broken.
Heidelin! Feeble relic of a forgotten age! Hark! Victory is mine!
Bro, those are the crystals from ARR!
No more ether. And I was so close. My lord, a slight change of plans. We shall travel to the moon and break this wretched barrier ourselves.
Whatever it takes.
What was that?
The final order issued by Anima to the Tempered Thrones. Should the Empire fall, the world must share our fate.
Of course. Father lacked the conviction to give such a command. The abomination born of his flesh was but a puppet, and I the puppeteer.
You madman, you monster!
There's a funny joy in watching your flailing attempts to fight the inevitable. You're all going to die, and are powerless to prevent it. We really must be on our way. You're welcome to give chase, provided you are content to leave comrade and tempered alike to die screaming.
asked too much of this child. Tend to her. The last brand at Mare Lamentorum is yet unbroken. Zodiac remains bound. I have shifted the flow of ether and sent the enemy far from their destination. Now, I shall divert it once more. An ally awaits, and I will deliver you unto him. Seek his aid. Restore the seal. Zodiac must not be set free.
The Tempered are running wild. Not only those at the tower, but those back at the camp. The others are doing their best to contain them, but the situation is growing beyond our control.
Leave them to die or give up the chase. Just like Fandaniel said.
No. We go ahead, everyone else stays. Garmod's fate is in your hands.
You're going alone?
Yep.
You have our trust and our faith. I pray we have yours. Our friends in the Tempered need our help. We will save as many as we can, I swear.
Once we have matters well in hand, we'll join you on the moon. Until then, be careful. There's no telling what you'll find.
Moonwalking, baby! If all the Tempered are affected, Julius and his comrades are likely putting up quite the struggle. We'll find a way to save them, we must. I only pray we are not too late. In the meantime, may the 12K get a victory. Yo. That's cool. Now I can fly. My apologies, I was lost in thought. The device on Valigan is of Valigan design, which leads me to think I was right about Fandaniel. No matter what he claims, he is an attachment to the trappings of his past. Whether knowing this will make your path forward clearer, I cannot say, but bear it in mind. But let us turn to task at hand. As Heidelman said, the flow of Aether will transport you to Mare Lunatorium. We must hope this ally first can provide you with the necessary assistance to restore the zeal before Xenos and Fandaniel arrive to stop you. It seems we are ever one step behind, but I have faith that you'll be able to make up the difference. Know that whatever awaits you, our prayers are with you. Now go, beyond the sky. Chatter, are you going to become a primal by the end of this game? I can't believe it. We're actually going to the moon. The meme is no longer a dream. It's moon time, chat.
Long, long before Dalamud was forged to imprison an Elder Primal, the eldest of them all, savior of the star, was sealed within a moon of his own. Souls sacrificed to grant him life still slumber and dream of the day he and we...
We're taking lots of pictures of the moon.
Here he waits, in this cold, barren place, his cradle and his grave. Silent lamentations and prayers of hope echo soundlessly to a sundered star, adrift and alone.
Moon. Oh my god! You with me. Oh, it's gonna do it for me. You know, these voices always have given me the vibes of Shadow of Colossus, voice acting wise. Is it one of the OG Asians? Before the Calamity? It's got that same vibe. I'm sorry, I can't. I have to take a picture of this. What? Yeah, that's all I needed. Do I jump higher on the moon? I don't jump higher on the moon. Bad place, don't like it anymore. No longer my favorite. It's no longer nearly as cool. I return, I must return. Why? Home, I want, I need. And he's gone. Cool. My chocobo is on the moon with me. We're chocoboing on the moon. Chocobing on the moon? No steps echo through this looming spire save your own, but you have nonetheless a sense of presence above. I don't remember which one it is, but whatever it is, I'm pressing it. Oh my god. Valkyrian! Bro! Hey friend, welcome back! Still a lot to go? You guys are pretty close! Oh my god, another potato though! Jesus, man! Jesus! You guys are killing me! It's too much! It's too much! You guys are way too generous! Holy shit! Oh my god! What was that reading? Apologies, I've been preoccupied for quite some time. Yeah, that works. And I'm out of it. Out of practice at conversation. Jesus, I can't even read. That's how shocked she just got me. Ever since this moon was created by Heidelin, I have served as an integral part. I am the Watcher. Stream is up. We have an hour left. We have an hour and 2 minutes left. I'm doing 18 hours. It is close to over. Oh my lord. I am responsible for the prisoner and the devices that hold him fast. Zodiac himself, a projection of the moon's core. You don't say! Much appreciated. See you later, Valk. Though rent asunder by Heidelin, he grows more powerful with every rejoining. 7 there have been. 7 too many. And yet, for all his servants' machinations, he remains incomplete. The fallen are beyond salvation. No attempt would be made to free Zodiac. Not until he is whole once more. You're wrong there. But someone has taken action. The shackles that hold him nearly shattered. 6 locks to his goal, great and grand. Gargantuan swords driven deep, brands to bind Zodiac forevermore. 5 were destroyed by his would-be liberator. 1 of those I have restored. I strive to mend the remaining 4, but my efforts are being impeded. Soul sacrifices summon Zodiac, the manifestation consequence of the waning seal. They labor in opposition to my work. They must be expelled for the preservation of all. Keeping Zodiac in prison is the right thing to do. I will aid you. I don't trust Heidelin either. What is right and good? Ask 1,000 souls and receive 1,000 answers. I offer none. I am the Watcher and the Gaoler. I am not the Judge. Know this, Heidelin commands the force of stasis, and this moon is the product of such power. So long as Zodiac remains imprisoned in this place, no more sacrifices will be made in his name, nor will those souls rendered up to him in his name fade into oblivion. Go, meet with these wandering spirits, do what you think is right. So wait, everyone that's died to bring him back is damned here? This is their purgatory? Hoa? You must confront these lost souls, yes, but you need not expel them by might of arms. A feather touch, a firm word, simple methods may send them faint echoes as they are. Where the strength of sentiment that drives them, however, emotions do not fade even with the passage of centuries. Make haste, though yet distance unwelcome to us. Draw closer. What was this? That's 83! I'm still 2 levels ahead. What the hell? Where? When? How long? I don't even think I can go north. This is a whole bait. Oh, bro. Oh, I didn't read it. I didn't read it fast enough. We were happy at peace with the stone. We nurtured it, helped it grow with our will, our creations. We were becoming the stars beating hard. It's life. Every soul, a drop of blood flowing in through its veins. To live, to learn, to create, to make better. The star flourished as we did. Do you remember? As the whisper died, the final spirit fades. No shadow of times long lost remain around the drowning brand. Is it repairing now because of that? Okay, random moondog. Sure did. An unusually lustrous dog is gazing at you with what seems fond anticipation. Can I pet the dog? Appears to be waiting for you to follow it. Oh my god. Okay. Who's Sage right now? I think Aiden's stage? No, that's Reaper. Kara's stage. We in the star were fulfilled. Wanted for naught, mourned for naught. So why did it have to end? Oh my god! Oh, start again. Duh. The final days taught us the fear of death forced upon us, the injustice of duties and dreams left unfulfilled, the grief of unexpected partings. Swift as darkness, cold as ash. Such tragedy, yet no catharsis. Such truth, yet no consolation. Whispers die, the spirit fades, all is silent and still around the numbing brand. Gonna go around. That is exactly what we're doing with Spirit Dog. Okay. I see it. What? That's terrifying. Bro? I guess I'm not getting this. can't get over that we're moon men now. Fly me to the moon. I love you. Our perfection came crumbling down, such overwhelming despair. In that moment we knew the end was nigh. The faintest glimmer of hope remained. We gave our lives that others may live. We gave ourselves to Zodiac. Surprised you're still awake? Oh yeah. Chan, I'm used to getting like 2 to 3 hours of sleep. As a non-bit. It's not even 7 o'clock. It's 1 minute till 7 o'clock here. We're good. I used to do 24 hours and then be up for like another 15 because I'm a monster. Zodiac, our Lord and Savior. To forge a world anew. Oh my god, there's ghosts on the dark side of the moon. To live and love again. Yeah, even with a cold, this isn't a problem. I thought I was going to get more tired by now. Nah. Become one with the star. We have 1 hour, 45 minutes left. Fill the earth and heaven with life, both paradise where fear is distant memory. Pardon me, but would you be so kind as to step aside? Why is everyone retreating? Ah, that unmistakable color. The soul of Azim. But not the friend I knew, I think. Nonetheless, you are. You. So I'm itself meant for you to have it. You seem surprised. Why might that be? We meet again, Hythlodeus. Again? I do not believe I've ever had the pleasure. It's our bro. Emitself created a shade in my likeness, not only me but all of Amaranth. How very like him. A slave to sentiment even after an eternity. As you may have guessed, I am different from the shade you met before. A mere approximation of the original. Soul sacrifice to Zodiac. You remember in vivid details the events leading to our purgatory. The plans and plots for our resurrection, Heidelberg's intervention, and Zodiac's and the star's final fate. And then we drifted into a waking dream. Our minds fogged until you came. I know you and your friends intend for Zodiac, or the future of the star. Nevertheless. In you I place my trust and faith. In you I choose to believe, as Emmett Selk did. Believe in yourself and all will be well. More new arrivals. Though, Fandaniel. That color I know. And another I do not, an unfamiliar but fearsome being. I have kept you from your duty. By way of apology, I will ensure that the shades hinder you no more. Protect the final brand. Fare you well, my new old friend. Such a good line, bro. Level up. That's 85. Dog growls agitated. Kravik has let slip the dogs of war. That's you, by the way. Did you get the feeling he wants you to hop on? Ride the dog? The answer's yes. What the fuck? Moondoggy. 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 This is a gift. How come I can't do that? How come I can't do those mad hops? Tyrion Fordring. Xenos, I'm sick of your shit, dude.
In the nick of time to savor the crowning triumph. Unbound and free at last. Arise, Zodiac! Deprived of heart and will by the loss of dearest Elidibus. A creature of pure instinct, wanting for guidance. But powerful, oh so powerful, more so with every passing moment. Such potential, even in this incomplete state. Still the savior who delivered a world from certain doom.
So, here we stand. You know my intent. Consume the god, then the world. Stoke your fury to a raging inferno. And dance among the ashes. Or perhaps you would face me here and now. A lesser but welcome amusement.
Let's go.
Yes. A taste to whet the appetite.
Sorry to spoil the moment, but might I ask that you postpone the slaughter until I've said my piece? I promise I will be brief.
Bro. Kind of ruined the whole thing here.
Do you remember when I told you that I wanted to die and take everyone with me? I meant it. Such lofty aspirations! And what sweet irony that the world's saviors will become the agents of its destruction!
Bro, what? Up now. I don't want to die. What does that mean?
Wrong, 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 wrong! Lies and delusion! The dead have no power over me. You will be silent. Silent as the grave!
That's a keep it. I maintain you did a whole bunch earlier. Put that stuff towards yourself too, my man. But it is your call. Because you do what you want to do. You know what I mean? Bro, this expansion is so fucking nutty.
Believe and walk in faith. Let the light of your soul shine for all to see. Not quite the outcome you'd imagined, but a fitting one nonetheless.
Does your chat thing break again? No, it's still saying stuff.
Don't you think so, Hades?
It just updated? Was it being laggy or something? Yo, big F.
All I craved and more. Boundless power. Mine to command. I had intended to pit my fractured divinity against Xenos, but a more tempting option presents itself. The greatest obstacle to my ambition. You will trouble me no longer.
Bro, we're only fucking 85. What the fuck is happening? I'm gonna keep maintaining it. Heidelin is the big bad. With Zodiac gone, it's just light. We're doing this. We're doing this. Run the lustrous dog. Oh yeah, that was the last thing. Oh my god, this is only 3 quests. More than 30 minutes! Bro! No way. People have definitely gone here. Like, we've been slow. I'm story locked as a tank? Bruh. Yeah, this is gonna probably be the last thing we do. I will extend if it means we get to finish this. I have 30 minutes left on the timer. Ah, that was cheaper than I expected. We're gonna go start Sage then. As long as it doesn't instant lock us, we should be able to like complete it. Because yeah. So give me my goddamn headband back. Limsa, former disreputable haven for pirates. Now one of the realm's finest city-states, boasting a peerless shipping industry and an enviable culinary culture. For how it bustles, the terms did not lie. Well, here I am, Mother, and far away, Eorzea. I will complete this mission you launched in your noble name, and as the first of my class, I will succeed. And afterwards, perhaps we shall invite our esteemed alumni, Alice, for tea at Bismarck. How could you envy of everyone? Ah! My apologies, good madame. I failed to notice you. I am Lala Jinjal, a native of Charlene. Hold on. By appearance, I assume you're an adventurer. You're perchance well-travelled in Eorzea. Welcome, Tender Bear. We're back. So you are. How fortuitous. And Monica's your name, you say. I swear I've heard it before. In any event, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. We're pretty close to doing the shaving. We are. We are. Yeah. As for myself, I'm an operative on a mission for the Forum, our nation's governing body. This being my first time in Eorzea, I studied at the best I could in preparation. Words. But there is no substitute for a local's knowledge. Thus I did intend to hire an adventurer like yourself. tender, 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 tender. Hole incoming. Oh my god, we have one left. This is the weirdest day of my life. Yeah, but it's winter! I was doing the summer! We were so close to the Morgan stream. What's that mod, whoever they may be? Uh-huh! Uh-huh! I wonder who that is, dude! Mod Joanne, thank you for making sure that I don't have hair on either my face or my head. Do we want a Morgan stream? A lot of people have been saying they want it. Means Morgan takes over the channel. She gets a full, like, she's getting dragged into a real full-long stream. You guys tell me all the time that you want Morgan to stream instead of me. So, you know, that's up to you guys. It's been my first time in Aosia. I studied the best I could. I already read these words. The mission is pursuit. Hey, what's up, Kamikaze? How you doing? It's pursuit and capture of fugitives, and thus it will entail some danger. But you appear to be no stranger to such. Might you be willing to assist me? Hold on. Let me, okay, I can't scream. Give me 2 seconds, chat. Give me 2 seconds. If Q pops, I'm literally gonna throw it. If Q pops, I'm throwing a temper tantrum. Memory. It's not today. No. Morgan's like, ah! Oh my god. It's good in the hood, bro. Video game. When it comes back and from Morgan's stream air, she literally said no to that. That was my original idea for the bit, and she's like, do I have to stream right now? And I was like, oh, no. Mission is pursuit of capturing fugitives. And thus it will entail some danger, and you appear no stranger to such. Might you be willing to assist me in my endeavors? Wait, Morgan was live? No. Morgan will take over the channel for, like, a stream. Did you tell Morgan your beard is going? No, I didn't. Hi, Morgan! We were just talking about you. I'll let chat fill you in on what that means. I'll give you the grand tour. Q didn't pop, right? By the way, chat, as soon as Q pops, if you were playing Final Fantasy XIV, run! Run! That's the best warning I can give you. I love you, I'm sorry. It's big spoilers. I am in a 30-minute queue right now, though. So, you know, I'm not too worried about it. I just don't want to be that son of a bitch that spoils somebody. I don't want to be that guy. Because right now, this is a non-spoiler moment. Completely fair. Anyway, getting to what we were talking about. Morgan, because I know you can probably hear me now. They hit shaving my face and or head. Smile. So poll incoming on whether we shave my head or my beard. But it'll be one of the two. Because you said you can only have one. No, I love you. Forgive me if I seem overcautious, but this mission is highly confidential. With the wrong people to learn of it, my superiors would give me an earful. But I believe we may speak freely here, so permit me to brief you on the details. As I mentioned, I'm on the trail of fugitive criminals who fled Charlene and came to the shores. Extremely dangerous individuals. Remember we said we wouldn't get the cosplay mark? Remember when Remy said you guys weren't going to hit the art stream mark? And then we shattered it. And every other goal except for one. Yeah? Extremely dangerous individuals who've enhanced themselves via forbidden means. Means have rendered them of unsound mind. While staying at the delirium, one of the compatriots even committed murder. He died thereafter due to side effects of his enhancement, but 3 others remain at large and pose a threat to innocence. Lilia Villarreal is also alleged to have stolen valuable technological secrets. Cool. By way of a reference material, I brought the soul crystal. Ow, it's hot. Remember Remy made fun of us for talking shit? Alright, you haven't completely won. You haven't shut me out. Alright? You guys don't have that level of bragging rights yet. You're close, but you don't have that level. I need to shut the fuck up. What in the world? I would have never known soul crystals to give off such heat before. He's gonna murder me. You can't scare me like that, Remy. I know I can't. Whew, it's finally cooled down. She'll make my final pitch. What? Capitalism for the win? This is going to be our entire Scream schedule for like the next 6 months, if not... I can't win against you guys. You're getting the Dami Mommy stream. You're getting the Shiny Lock stream. Let me have one! Let me walk away with one! It's not total defeat yet, chat! Alright? It's not total defeat yet. Woo, it's finally cooled down.
How about...
Close. That's undeniably disgustingly close.
No.
Fuck!
Do not test the powers that be.
Apparently, Jesus Christ. Alright. You guys shut it out. Updating that title. Hey, Morgan. Yeah, next time I'm not touching that. We have to do something special for the shutout. I don't know what. We have to do something. I didn't expect to get shut out. You guys actually went over the goal. You... Morgan! We'll see if she's summoned. Remy in makeup and dress, it's already happening.
Lessons learned.
That's already happening. You guys are getting ready to Demascrew or whatever cosplay you decide. By the way, I need opinions in the Discord. Do that. Yeah. I have to watch through my dearest friends to play. Moi moi! Oh my god. Oh my god. I was reading all this and now I don't care. I don't even know what to say. And I have to go grab her before Q pops. Yes. I'm gonna become a sage. I'm a sage now. Do a stream like Trevor? I don't want to make fun of Trevor, and that. I feel like that's too close to like being exactly what that is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to mock somebody, and I feel like that's what that's gonna accidentally turn into, and that's not what I want. If that makes sense. What do you mean, insufficient chest space? Weapons cannot be unequipped. Equip. What? Hello? Final Fantasy XIV is the best MMO you haven't played. That is the answer to your question there, my friend. What the hell? Bro, what is happening here? Remy, check your other armory slots. One of them has 0 room. Wait, that's Reaper. Fucking Tataru! I have to do the 15 no longer going to WoW. So here's the thing, chat. Final Fantasy XIV, you can play up to level 60 for free. You know you can just move it into your inventory and turn those in, right? No. I didn't think about that. I wasn't being smart. No one said I had to be smart. I did the trial before I had to buy the game now. Oh, well, it's worth it. Yeah. I'm gonna have to... Oh. I'm gonna have to look at all this in a second. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Big Pot. Hold on. I'll be right back. I have to go yell at Morgan. She has not come to my summons. Did the queue just pop and I just lost my mind?
What happened? How am I doing?
We're done.
Excuse me, that's exciting. Yay! Morgan, my queen, happy birthday. Big boy. You're my queen.
They won.
Yay, you guys did good. That's exciting.
So we have to shave either my beard or head. You don't pick.
Why?
It's gonna be a poll. Don't bring back babyface Remy. Shit, now I know which one I want. Or don't want. Fuck.
Okay.
Morgan also owes you guys a stream. I get an afternoon off or a day off someday, and she gets to take over.
An afternoon.
It's at least like 6 hours. It's got to be a real Remy stream. Yeah, you agreed to this earlier. Yeah, she's like, no, why'd I do that?
I'm so dead, you guys. Children are awful.
Children.
I'm dead. Yeah.
Morgan's hair looks red. It's because it is red. Yeah.
I dyed it for
Makama.
a cosplay we did for. That's a giant chicken.
It is a giant chicken. Hold on, I gotta remember where these go.
I'm so out of it right now.
I can tell. Oh my god, how are you this tired?
It's been a long day and a long week. Every day this week I've stayed at least an hour after my shift.
That's fair.
And dealt with screaming, crying children all day, which is very emotionally and yesterday physically exhausting. Like, one of them hurt my wrist, so that's cool.
That sounds like your least favorite thing I've ever heard you say in your life.
I dreaded going into work this morning.
Yikes.
And I happily took a shot of Captain Morgan, which I normally am very hesitant about. So, yeah.
Okay. Gas, Remy Pigtail? What? No? What?
I think they were referring to in my head was next to your house.
No, that's not a thing.
I don't know.
I'll
Yeah,
never
so
be-
guys, I'm tired, I'm out of it. I like inhaled Chinese food in 2 seconds, and I'm
Our storage target's HP.
I'm gonna finish a bottle of wine tonight. Solid. Go get some sleep, enjoy your weekend. I gotta be Conrad's emotional support bitch too. Because he's my emotional support bitch, and then I gotta be his emotional support bitch. And we gotta get drunk and talk about our problems and watch stupid shit, and then I'm gonna go to sleep. And not wake up till like 4 p.m. It's gonna be.
Don't you have plans in the morning?
Your mom and I never decided what time to do shit, and I got the confirmation call for the spa, and I'm just not gonna respond because it makes me sad inside. So I'll be like, where are you? I'll be like, in the bottom of a ravine. That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay, shut the door.
Goodbye.
Bottom of ravine.
Goodbye.
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 I don't know what she's talking about.
I'm exhausted.
I know that part.
Both emotionally and physically.
I got that too.
A child threw a fit.
No, I don't need to know.
And
Whatever
punched
you're
me.
following it up with, no.
And punched me today because I wouldn't let her do nothing but play in the sensory table today.
Okay.
It was rice. I know you guys don't care, but I need to get out.
You can do whatever you want. Okay, MP cost, is it 100? Oh my god. That. Morgan's making fun of me in the other room like I can't hear her. Oh. That's cool. That's a neat thing that's gonna live rent free now. I literally can't do anything because we have to wait for Q. Because Q is how I want to end stream, chat. We have to end stream with finishing out this boss. How's the expansion so far? Better than Shadowbringers. Yep. Was this not Orcs for Scholar? F. Sweat Mage only. That doesn't feel... I want to change this. Estimatoya, no. I mean, I guess this works for Sage for right now. Peak 14? Yes. I just caused everything to freak out, so this is getting moved. Because I saw both of these proc. Yes. I just want to finish! I was on a story mission. Do I just do it tomorrow? Morning when people have caught up? Is that what the game is telling me to do? Congratulating you for reaching that goal? No. I didn't do anything. That's all you guys. Yeah. I appreciate you guys for hitting that goal. Yeah, content's gonna be weird for a while. Suddenly we're gonna be doing art streams. Suddenly we're gonna be doing a whole bunch of stuff you would never expect to see. That shiny lock in particular is gonna just grind me down. I can't believe you guys broke it. I can't believe you did it. I didn't think you were gonna get past the art stream. Are you gonna shave your head and face? You guys are gonna decide. There will be a poll in the Discord. You will decide. You guys earned it. I don't even get a choice. It is up between you guys. Alright. I'll put that up right now, actually. Polls. Which gets shaved? Head or beard? Because Morgan said no to both, but you got it. Good God. Polls up. Can the hairstyle be chosen? No. It is one of the two is shaved. Yep. That's literally what the thing says. I can't change it afterwards, you know what I mean? That'd be scuffed. Like that would be pretty cringe, fam. I want to go make a sage set. Don't you have the other donation goals from a few years back? There's only like 2. There's only like 2 left, and those are both on plans for very soon. Yeah. One of them is getting over it. Yeah. One of them is a fitness stream, which I still owe. And I will be doing. That took forever for us to get Ring Fit, and then once we had Ring Fit, COVID stuff started hitting. And we got distracted by a whole bunch of other projects and bullshizes. And then the only other one that we had was Remy Explains Star Wars. I think that there's the duct-taped mouth for FNAF. But my VR set makes me sick. So we've been trying to get a new VR set. If that makes sense. So it's kind of like been but those are the only ones I really owed. So it wasn't much. If that makes sense. Can you record? That is going to be a recorded series. Yeah. Whenever that eventually happens. God help me. Bookworm's gloves. Legs. Bookworm's waist strap. Cool. This is the one that's getting changed. Was it a gray? Where'd it go? It's right here, right? Oh. Sage. That seems really lewd. Give me actual pants, please. That's not much better, but I'll take it. That looks really ugly. Honestly. I kind of hate it. Saving it. Put it ahead. You looked okay, bald. Babyface Remy is just weird. I somehow feel attacked. I somehow feel attacked. I don't know what it is, but I feel like you guys attacked me there. I'm just not sure how. But when I figure it out, I promise I'll complain about it. Got Ball Remy last time. Let's spice it up. Vote it out. Also give me fan fictions and everything else, chat. I need them all. I need them all. Is there like anything else? What are restrictions on fanfiction? Try and keep it PG-13 if possible. I have to be able to read it on stream. That's about it. I don't think I can progress any further tonight, chat. Otherwise, you guys get to hear the beep noise a lot, and nobody likes the beep noise. You guys have repeatedly told me this. Chat, I know I've mentioned this, but don't promote your streams on chat. I think we've already talked about it today. TY. Saying you are broadcasting on another platform or on this platform is advertising your stream. To clarify. If that makes sense. Yeah. Character limit, any type of fanfic you want. Something short, preferably. Not super lengthy, so we can get that done. Because fanfic is an easy one-shot out. And that's about it. Yeah. Yeah. We'll give it like 10 more minutes. Because literally there's nothing I can do except for wait for this. You know what I mean, guys? Like, dude, no worries. I just have to say it because that is a bannable offense in our chat. That's about it. Yep. Because technically it goes against caffeine TOS. So, just trying not to get people in trouble. That's about it. How is your broadcast? It's gonna be a busy few months. That's about it. Do we give it like another 5-10 minutes, chat, or do we just call it here? Because we're definitely over time. I have been streaming for 18 hours. So, it's not like this has been a short stream. Oh, God. Fucking 29 potatoes. Y'all are fucking mad lads and lasses. Oh, Lord. I really wanted to finish this. I think we'll finish it in the morning. Alright, chat. Thanks for spending some of your life here. This has been insane. This has been actually insane. I don't genuinely know what to say. I do know that I should probably take care of myself, which means I should get some rest. Apparently, why is Dono-athon still saying it's happening? Ends at 8 p.m. Oh, that's because it ends in 9 minutes. It ends. Yeah, I started early. My bad. Okay. I think Swiss is live. Go raid Swiss. Go tell Swiss Rider hello. I'm pretty sure Swiss is live. Yeah, he is. Go raid him. Exclamation Remy raid. TY. Thanks. That's about it, chat. That's about all I got. Thanks for spending some of your life here. I hope you guys are doing well. And I'll see you guys in the next one tomorrow morning. Cool. See you guys then. Bye-bye.